Alright, so now that we have that, gotten that annoying light puzzle challenge done, again, that can be very difficult. Again, you just want to make sure you're lining up the buttons that have the coordinated lit up light with whichever lights are lit up by the color. But now what we want to do is, and I think you actually can maybe jump on it from here, or up on these buildings. What we want to do is we actually want to get on top of that plane. And I know what you're thinking, how in the heck are you, a little toy, or as a little toy, going to be able to jump on that giant plane? Well, there's actually a couple ways we can do that. We could have just waited for it on that building, and we could have jumped on the wing from up there, but I am impatient and I want to... Oh, wow. Okay, sorry, I thought that was funny. I died. I guess I was low on health. I died from just stepping in the slime. That's probably the most pathetic way I'm going to die in this game. So, but we're getting towards the end, so who cares, right? Alright, so what you want to do is you want to go back to this middle area where Slinky is. You want to climb up this rope on this pole, and you actually are able to jump onto the wing of the plane. So we're now on top of the plane. And what you want to do is, if you can see up there, there's a bouncing luggage on the top of it. This thing's actually kind of difficult to maneuver around when it's moving and jump. But we want to get up here and we get our third luggage on top of the plane. So now what we want to do, if you jump on the left wing, you will be able to find out that you can actually jump onto the tops of these platforms at each designated zone. So what we want to do is we want to look for a couple of different ones, but it's not going to be until I think number 6, 7, and 8. So there's actually a couple of different platforms we can jump to proceed further in the level. So as you see, you just want to wait for your zone to pop up. This is a nice view of the different zones, so that way you can remind yourself where each character or each token is located. But like I said, we're going to wait until the first zone we're actually going to jump to is zone 8. So we're going to want to wait until zone 8. There is something at 6 we want to get. I don't know if you can see it from here. Yeah, there's another luggage on that, whatever that thing is at zone 6. There's something to do over there at zone 7. We'll do that here in a little bit. But first, since this one's the furthest out, almost fell there, we want to jump over to zone 8 on the top of this platform for another luggage. So there's the fourth one. So as you know, the fifth one's on that thing on zone 6. Alright, so now that I'm back on the left wing of the plane, we're going to go ahead and get to zone 6. And as you remember, that other luggage, the final luggage, is on that this thing here in zone 6. So we'll collect that, and that'll be our final luggage of the level. And jump down here for a 1-up. And we'll go back on top of the plane. Alright, so before we do that, I want to go ahead and just gather as many coins as I can by killing these enemies, because we're actually close to our 50 coins for Ham. I just want to go ahead and show these coins on screen, so I don't want to cut any of that out. So we might as well destroy some of these vultures and hunter figurines for some more coins. I think there should be a couple more here in the middle area. Let's see if we have this one yet. Yep. As you can see, there's plenty of enemies to kill for coins. So coins in this level is going to be actually very easy. One of the easiest coin gathering levels, in my opinion. And we have one more to get. Let's kill this hunter figurine, and we'll get our 50th coin for him. I'll meet you on the plane. Alright, so now that we're back on the wing again, we're going to go ahead and pass zone 6. Since we got the luggage on there, we got the one on zone 8. So we're going to go ahead and jump over here on top of this platform at zone 7. Let's see what we have over here. Who's this guy? Ha 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 ha. Defeat the blacksmith boss to get a Pizza Planet token. Yeah, so this is the blacksmith boss. This guy is actually kind of annoying. Like the gunslinger, he is easy to take down, but his offensive attack is kind of hard to avoid. I would probably say he's one of the hardest bosses just because his hammer attack is pretty hard to avoid, but as you can see, he's easily taken down if you can get past that. And we get another Pizza Planet token. Get some coins up here. We have a battery to restore our health. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next thing here. Just want to get all these coins because I'm a collector, and if they're obtainable in sight, I might as well get them. And let's go back over here to this guy to remind him that we are the true champion. Look at that guy. Big and bad and tough, but you know what? Sometimes you have to meet your match. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and return our 50 coins to Ham to get our 4th Pizza Planet token of the level, and then we'll only have one more to get. Remember, he's at Zone 5.
Way to go, Buzz.
Thank you, Ham, and that is the last Ham, or time we will see Ham. Thank you, buddy. You've been so helpful. I appreciate you a lot. Alright, so now what we want to do is return our 5 luggages over at Zone 3 to these little Tikes. They're just hanging around this area. Thanks for finding my luggage, Buzz. Here's a Pizza Planet token. It's a horrible voice, but here's our 5th and final Pizza Planet token of the level. We have completed all the levels. This is our 50th Pizza Planet token. So now it's time to finish this thing off. You can see we've collected all Potato Heads items. We have all 50 Pizza Planet tokens. Alright, so now that we have all 50 Pizza Planet tokens, as you can see we have all 5 collected at Andy's house. We took a stroll through the neighborhood and collected all the 5 tokens there. Took on a huge airplane. Traveled through the construction yard and collected the tokens in that area. Traveled through the alleys and gullies in the dreaded hookshot area. Took on a slime monster. We ventured through Al's toy barn and finished there. Got to Al's Spaceland. Had a toy barn encounter, took on the boss there. Traveled through the elevator. Hopped on up to Al's penthouse and got all the tokens there. We took on our arch nemesis Zurg. Infiltrated the airport. And then finally finished the Tarmac Trouble level, the final level of the game. So it is now time for the final Prospector Showdown. Let's go. Now if they can get the Prospector out of the way, the toys can make it home before Andy returns. Wait, is that who I think it is? It's Woody and Jessie. Somehow she wasn't able to travel with us and she traveled ahead of us. And we have the final boss of the game, or bosses I should say. So this is it. This is the last boss of the game. So you actually have to rematch not only Prospector, but you have the Gunslinger and Blacksmith bosses as well. This is challenging. It can be very challenging. So my method for getting through this without dying, or at least without getting the game over as fast as you can, is take out the Blacksmith boss. Like I said, he's the most annoying to dodge. As you see, he's already been taken out. You want to take him out first, and I always like to take these guys out. Well, you have to do it one by one really, but I do it in the order of the Blacksmith, the Gunslinger, and then take down the Prospector. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can take down Gunslinger. He's probably the easiest of the bosses, but he's that's why he's important to keep alive over Blacksmith, because Blacksmith's attacks are a lot harder to avoid. Prospector can be annoying, but again, his attacks are still easier to avoid than the Blacksmith boss, because his, I think, like kind of lock onto you. But now that the Blacksmith's done, we want to finish off Gunslinger, because he is, I guess, wanting to lose a second time. So he is down, which only leaves the Prospector. So this is the guy that has been in our way, and he is stopping us from rescuing our best friend Woody. So what we have to do is take this guy down. A few spin attacks, and he should go down very quick. Again, not a challenging boss if you can use the method I'm using. But now that the Prospector is down, we are able to save our friend Woody. Finally, at last. Our mission is finally complete. We have done what we needed to do. Buzz Lightyear, Woody, and the rest of the gang make it safely back to Andy's house. Woody and Buzz promise to remain best friends for infinity and beyond. I love that. And that is the ending to the story of Toy Story 2. Again, I want to thank everybody that watched this series. Thank you so much for watching and taking out the time to watch my Toy Story 2 series. Again, I played this version on the N64, but I know there's also a few other versions out there as well. I would love to play those versions. I just don't have access to those at this time. But I, once again, strongly recommend this game. I know it's such an old game and it's an older platformer, but in my opinion, it still holds weight today. And I think it's, again, very much an underrated game and kind of a forgotten game. I know it's been, so many years since this came out, and a lot of people really think about games that are based off of like the movies, and they tend to usually not do well. Either they're not really designed well, they're not, just not very fun in general. But this game is not that at all. This game is so fun. It has a lot of replay value, and if you want to give this a shot and have never played it, and are watching this and are thinking that you kind of want to try it, I highly recommend. This was a big part of my childhood. But I still would go back and play this game any day of the week. It's so fun. It's not a long game. It's just designed very well. The story is done very well. I know it's based off of the movie and most of it's taken from the film, but it's kind of remixed in a way where it's just so enjoyable. And there's so many likable characters, and I know most are from the film, but there's some new original characters that are exclusive to the game. There's so many collectibles in the game. It's very rewarding, and completing this game 100% is not very hard. So I, again, recommend this game very much. Again, I believe you can pick this up if you have a PlayStation, a PS4, PS5. I believe you are able to download this game on those consoles as well. So if you want to check it out that way, there's many ways to access this game, at least if you own a PlayStation. And again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on my next project.